This is hot off the press, came out this morning. And to that, there's also some pieces in there about workforce education that really matter for us. It also matter for us as a nation. To say the same thing with the low-hanging fruit, there's also the education piece is interesting because they don't really create new programs. They want to emphasize the apprenticeships that are there, actually with the Department of Labor and with the AI Workforce Hub that just came out. Now, there's an interesting one in there when I talk about data collection. They talk about task-specific data, because it's not just enough anymore to talk about AI's impact on jobs. They want task level, like what's actually, it's not AI's taking your job. What tasks are those things that we want to learn more about, particularly from the federal government side, because that's insights that they're not going to have naturally. They're asking for collaboration, and then asking very politely that Congress help expand those federal systems and programs.
Yeah, I mean, we also have another video that we have on another job market impact visualizer as well, right? I think Andrej Karpathy had a release earlier this week as well, if we can cue that up.
Earlier this week, Andrej Karpathy, one of the founding members of OpenAI and former director of AI Tesla, built a visualizer to show the exposure of AI to the American workforce. Each box represents an occupation proportional to the number of workers in that field. Green means lower AI exposure, red means higher. The visualizer covers 342 occupations, representing 143 million jobs across America. All of the data comes from the Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Outlook Handbook. The average across all 342 occupations is 5.3 out of 10, suggesting the workforce as a whole is already at moderate to high exposure. The entire scoring system centers on a single assumption. If the job can be done entirely on a computer, AI exposure is inherently high. Knowledge workers like writers, analysts, paralegals, and software developers score in the red around 8 or 9. Physical trades score 2 to 3. One important note is that AI exposure means transformation, not necessarily elimination. For example, software developers score around 9, but demand for software could grow as each developer becomes more productive, and that's a critical distinction for people to understand. Although this may not be a perfect reflection of what's happening in the workforce, data like this can give us a clear picture of AI's impact on jobs and help build a better foundation for the decisions that will shape the future of work.
So you all know I've just moved into a new house, so I think now's the right time for me to pick up some skills as a handyman. But yeah, Ryan, over to you. I mean, what do you think? What are some of the key sectors that are impacted by AI that Andrej talked about?
So it's interesting because the key sectors that he emphasizes are this retail. There's a lot about that. There's also a lot about software developers. And I think the key distinction we want to make here is exposure does not necessarily mean elimination. In fact, what he's saying is this is going to change your job. And actually, one thing that's really interesting is if you listen to our A+ Education Summit, Sal Khan said that teachers' jobs will be even more important, but they will be exposed to AI, so their job's going to change. So it's really interesting to have that dynamic between teachers who really need, they're critical for people learning these skills, but they're not going to be eliminated. So it's as we get, so this ties into this framework where we're trying to understand, people are trying to understand what's going to happen next. And that's very hard to piece together right now. And so you see these attempts to do it from the federal workforce side and the industry side as well.
Thank you very much, Ryan, our resident job watcher, job market watcher. Really appreciate you bringing these insights and obviously all the important work you're doing with the AI task force on workforce. Great to have you back.